So what is Tony Talks Talent? I'm sure some of you are familiar with it, and those of you that aren't, I'm just going to quickly run through what we do here. So Tony Talks Talent is a virtual network where we help people find where they fit for career success through coaching, capacity building, which is what we're doing here, and connecting. The idea of T3 Talent is to help people appreciate that they are talented and that they can hone their talents and use them to succeed in their careers. This is just a summary. There's so much more to it, but I don't want to take up too much time here now. If you are interested in joining T3 Network, please send me an email at tonytalkstalents@gmail.com and we'll take on the conversation from there. So without much further ado, I'll introduce our guest speaker. Funmilola Kehinde is the founder of Careers with Fumi Consulting, a talent development and recruitment consultancy firm with the vision to help youths get employed with a dream job that allows them to live a more fulfilled life. You can see why she's here because we have a similar goal. This is her expression of a commitment to becoming a notable solution provider to the menace of unemployment globally through her platform, www.careerswithfumi.com. She is the author of Freelancing Secrets 101, How to Make Money While Waiting for Your Dream Job. I think that is a book that a lot of us should read. She holds a BSc in Computer Science and an MSc in IT with Strategic Innovation and Management Studies from Kingston University, London. She has a diploma in Human Resource, Digital Marketing, and Website Design. She's one of the top 50 winners of the Access Bank and IFC Pitchathon competition in 2020, one of the top 25 Nigerians to follow on LinkedIn in 2020, the Tony Elumelu Foundation and US Consulate Sponsored Entrepreneur 2019, Young African Leaders Initiative Yali Fellow 2016, the Grooming for Greatness Fellow 2017, and a Holt Prize Mentor 2015. That's a very impressive resume there. In April 2013, she was awarded the Best Student-Led Volunteering Student Award by Kingston University, London, and served as the International Student Officer while on the Student Union Board. She's a member of Project Management Professional and the Life Coaches Association of Nigeria, and the Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World, an alumni of the Lanre Olusola Coaching Academy and Emotion City. She's a certified life coach, an emotional intelligence certified specialist, an author, speaker, and mentor. She was headhunted for 3 jobs via LinkedIn, and one of the jobs was from a multinational company. This is how the LinkedIn Profile Makeover course by Careers with Fumi was born. The LinkedIn Profile Makeover course was created to help many others achieve the same feat effortlessly. Her dedication to educating youths necessitated the online course, which has produced positive results and feedback. She's been featured on TVC News Station, the Tribune newspaper, Tony Elumelu Foundation, Ladies Leading in Africa. She's coached over 1,000 youths and helped them secure job interviews and actual job offers. Many of these secured jobs have been dream jobs by her clients. Her core purpose is to help every individual attain the highest level of confidence and purpose in their careers, which leads to job satisfaction and overall happiness. I think she'll please tell us a little bit about that course at the end of this session. So without much further ado, which I said earlier, but serious about it now. Fumi, I'm going to hand over the mic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam. I'm glad to be here. I'm just going to start my video now. I hope we can all, am I audible? Am I audible? Please let me hear or see in the comments if I'm audible.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So video coming on shortly. Great. So can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for your patience. Thank you for coming on today as well. I'm going to be taking you through LinkedIn, as you know, and I see a familiar face that I know here. So yeah, I see Onyi Odidi. So it's nice to see you here. So I'm going to get started now, right? Just share my slide. Please, can you read mic, please? I can hear someone speaking one wonderful Yoruba in the background there.
Oppose me.
Said, please meet. Thank you. All right, so we're just going to get started. I know I have an hour to share with us. Okay, can we see my slide?
It's coming up.
Okay.
Okay, now
Perfect.
it's up.
Okay. It's up.
Yes, it's up.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm just going to get started. Thank you for the opportunity as well, Madam Toyin. I'm glad to be here. I'm going to be talking to us about LinkedIn and how we can optimize it for talent visibility. As we know, we are all talents, individually talents, and then, of course, collectively talents if you work as a team. But as a graduate, as a now, you're a talent, even from school, you're a talent. And before you graduate, you should make yourself visible, right? So right from school, you should start probably getting some work experience. You should start volunteering, getting people to know about what you do. And okay. And every other thing that is associated with you. So I'm just going to get right into it. I'm sure we all know LinkedIn, and I'm very sure everybody here on this call has a profile. You have a profile. You have a LinkedIn profile. If you don't have one yet, it's not too late. You can set it up. It's free. So setting up a profile just makes you more visible, makes you get more opportunities, and it also makes you more aware of what's going on globally, apart from other social media platforms. So of course, we know LinkedIn is online. We know it's based for professional networking. It's based for using to find a job or using to get sales leads. So whatever work, career, business you are, LinkedIn is a great tool for you as long as you know how to harness it. I would always say that everybody should be on LinkedIn, right from secondary school to university and all. You should be on LinkedIn. You should start building your personal brand now, because apart from you looking for a job, you should build your brand. So even if you leave a job or you want to switch jobs, people would come after you because you are a brand, and you basically be coming to the company or the new company you're going to because you were able to showcase what you have done in your previous company. So it's all about you making sure that you have a brand. So I will really be focusing on personal branding. I know it's a buzzword, right? But I'll really break it down as I talk through my slides. Okay, so we already know that recruiters come on LinkedIn at least would I say 2-3 months. I get people that send me updates for jobs to say, okay, are you interested in this job? Are you interested in this opportunity? And that's because my LinkedIn profile has been optimized. My LinkedIn profile has been made over. Some of these jobs, most of them I would turn down, say no, I'm not interested, and all of that. But the only reason why people will come for you for jobs is because they're able to find you, right? They're able to see what you can do, and then what you are advertising on your profile matches what you can do. And then LinkedIn is also used as a social tool, social proof tool, to find out if you really say, if you're really who you said you are as well. So if someone says, oh, my name is Tola Oninela, person will be like, oh, nice. Are you on LinkedIn? Fine. Person would connect with you. Who is Tola Oninela? Try to get to know about you and all of that. And if you have a business, it's an opportunity for you to get more business deals. But since we're all more of job professionals and career seekers, I'm going to focus more on that, but I'm still going to turn in through to the business and all. So why should you be on LinkedIn? Why is it important? Why do people keep harnessing for you to come on LinkedIn? Why do I keep talking about LinkedIn? Why am I even on LinkedIn as a person, right? My first story about getting on LinkedIn was for me to get sales leads, because I was in a sales role, right? So I wanted to get sales lead. I wanted to get customers for my company, for the company I was working in right now, right then, as a full-time. I was working as a senior BD, business development executive. So I had to use LinkedIn to learn how to get customers to buy our products or services, which were basically IT products, websites, and all the other things. And I was able to use that extensively, and I started getting a lot of results. And when I pivoted from IT to HR, right, I started just talking about my career experiences, sharing my story, teaching other people how to use LinkedIn. And so that was basically my transition. I actually did not go on LinkedIn to get a job, but even if you're on LinkedIn to get a job, that's perfectly fine. But the most important thing is how you position yourself on LinkedIn. There's something that people use, this open to work icon. I would always advise against it, and I'm going to go into that much later. First, when someone comes on your LinkedIn profile, the first thing they should see is your professional picture, right? But the first thing they should see is the impression you give to them. Are you bringing up an impression of, oh, I'm a value adding individual. I'm someone that should be in your company. I'm the person you should call for your next whatever gig, either an event or whatever program or events that you're having. If you're an OPA, you know, if you're a compare, if you're an MC, then if you have a LinkedIn profile, then they know that they should reach out to you once they see your LinkedIn profile, right? Because that LinkedIn profile speaks to them. Just like when you meet someone for the first time, there's a first impression you have of them, either you want it or not. That first impression is always there, either from their dressing, either from the car that they came in, either from the kind of phone they use, either from their makeup, either from their nails or their accessories, or the way, or even their first conversation with you. There's always a first impression, and that's how it is on LinkedIn as well, because you are not physically there to say hello, this is who I am. You're not there to show yourself, right, as much as you would, except if you would upload a video, of course. But once they come on your profile, the first thing they see is your picture, right? So it's in 3 folds, and I'm going to be going through it. So the first fold is the top fold, the second one is the summary, and then the third one is the experience. So when you go on, first, you have to create and edit your profile. I would always say when you start a profile, right, and you come on there, you're ready to launch with your connections. And basically all your connections are the people that you're connecting with, the new people, or maybe the new people you've met, right? Like maybe I've met a few people last week, or people that I've known in my secondary school or in my university, right? You want to connect with them, or you want to even edit your profile in terms of adding more stuff to your profile, more information and all of that. What you can do is you can turn this off, right? You can turn this off, because if you turn this off at first, when you're updating your profile, if you put it on, right, if you leave it on, people would start getting too many notifications, right? Because you are working on your profile, you're editing your picture, you're uploading your education, you're uploading your what's your other aspect, your experience, your volunteering experience, your awards and all of that. So they'll be getting a lot of notifications, which can really be annoying sometimes. So it's just you making sure that when you're done with your profile to a large extent, right, you can put this on. So it's really easy for you to find this as well. So let's start with your first impression, which is with the professional photo. Professional photos are a must. And even a photo, let's start with just you having a photo, is a must for you on LinkedIn. Is a must, because nobody wants to work with a faceless person. Of course, if you don't have a photo, people will have to start doing some FBI, start Googling your name, start going to images to see who you are. And, you know, that's a lot of work as a recruiter, right? I use LinkedIn to recruit talents as well for our clients. And if you don't have a photo, it puts me off. But then most times I wouldn't judge. I would say, okay, because some people are not aware that they could actually be on private setting. By private setting, that means it's their profile picture not to be obvious to people that are not their connection. So let's say I'm connected with Madam Toyin, right? And Madam Toyin is connected with someone, so I can see her picture. But if she's connected to maybe Shola, right, and I'm trying to recruit Shola, because I'm not directly connected with Shola, right, I might not be able to see Shola's picture. Then Shola could also have a profile setting on private mode where I can't see her picture. And I really want to see how Shola looks, right? It's part of the things that I look at, right? So when you come into the interview, I know, okay, this is Shola. I can place a name to the face. I'm not lost, okay? Especially in Nigeria, we don't put photographs on our CV, unlike Dubai. So you always have to try and make it easy for a recruiter to find you has a talent. Try and make your visibility easy online, and it could be anywhere as well, okay? So research shows that the profiles with pictures are 7 more times likely to be viewed by potential connections than those with no pictures. And by potential connections, we mean those people, the people that will be out there to recruit HR managers, your potential next employer, recruiters. It could even be someone that has worked with you in the past, or someone that has schooled with you in the past and wants to recommend you for the job. So there will be a lot of like formulas, there'll be a lot of oyins, there'll be a lot of twins on LinkedIn, and even with the first name as well, and the last name. So someone will be Oyin or Didi. There'll also be other a lot of Formula candidates, but a picture will always differentiate Formula candidate in England from the Formula candidate in Canada and the Formula candidate in Nigeria, if you get what I mean. So if there's someone that has schooled with me and the person wants to connect with me, all they'll be looking for is that picture. Oh, this is the Formula candidate I want. So just think about that when you are working on your LinkedIn profile today. And also make sure that you try as much as possible to have a professional headshot. If you can't afford a professional headshot, right, it's okay. All you need to do is go with your phone, get someone to snap you with your phone, stay on the background, either a clear background, either white or gray. You can always edit the background, whatever the color of the background with. Don't bother yourself. Just stay at the background, dress professionally, and then make sure you have minimal makeup on, right? And just take a nice picture, nice shot with your smartphone. Let someone do that for you. And you can change the background using Canva. There's also a tool called removebg.com. You can change the background using that as well, to either white or black or whatever color that suits you, and just upload it on LinkedIn. If you can't afford to go into a photo studio and go through all the hassle for now, but just make sure you try your best as much as possible to have that great shot on your profile, because it's important. It helps you. So these are examples of pictures, professional pictures versus unprofessional pictures. So you can see here at the left side here, this left side here, you can see professional pictures. These are examples of professional pictures. You don't necessarily have to go and buy a suit, and you don't necessarily have to wear a suit. Depending on where you work, depending on what you do, you don't have to wear a suit. You could wear a shirt with a tie, depending on wherever. If you're a banker, yes, I think a suit would work. If you're an accountant, yes. So depending on your profession, as a lady, you can wear a dress, you can wear a suit. I think a lot of people like wearing dresses these days, so you can wear really just wear anything professional that you feel comfortable in. Versus the pictures at the right, you can see now these pictures are more of party pictures, they are more of selfies, and they are not ideal for your LinkedIn. They're not ideal for your LinkedIn, except maybe even if you're an event planner. But really, people will want to see you in a professional light as well. Because even event planners that are on LinkedIn, I have a few of them on my connections. I see they have really nice pictures. They don't wear suits, but they have nice professional pictures taken that depicts them in the right light. So please take note of that. The next thing is your headline. So I'll be doing the headlines right for students. I'll be doing the headlines for working professionals, and also the headlines for those that have had some experience in work. So the first one is, let's say your name is Jane Student, right? Jane Student, let's say you have a BS in mechanical, a BSc in mechanical engineering. You finished from Michigan Tech University. These are your expertise, right? Manufacturing, new product design, mechatronics. So you can see how this is laid out. You can see how this is laid out. So you need to showcase your specialty versus, oh, John Student who just puts dining services supervisor at Michigan Technological University. Can you see? You can see the difference. This basically, Jane Student has really taken time to lay out what she has done, what she's doing, and what she can do. So basically, she has a degree, right? And she is interested in manufacturing. She's interested in new product design. She's interested in mechatronics. So if someone should search for mechatronics, to search for manufacturing, Jane Student is going to come up. And let's say, for example, Jane Student and John Student actually have similar experiences, but John hasn't the time to really showcase his specialty. So he will be losing out on opportunities. So for you to be really visible, you have to showcase what you have, because you can't you can't sell what you don't show, right? People don't know what you're selling except they see you. And that's how it is on social media. People need to see you to know what you're selling. But they don't only have to see you, they have to see you in the light of what you are selling, right? They have to see you in the light of the value that you bring to the table, because they could see you and they could be lost. They could see you and have questions. They could see you and the content that you have on your LinkedIn profile might not connect with them. They could see you and not even check you out, right? Could see you and be confused. Right? They could see you and just ignore you. So you have to make sure that you hit the nail on the head with your headline and showcase your specialty. So it helps you to increase your findability. Someone looking for a Jane student will find that easily, right? There's manufacturing, there's new product design, there's mechatronics. It's easy to find her, right? It shows that she's credible professionally, right? And then it motivates others to read through her profile. Oh, Jane student is interested in manufacturing. Okay, let me see. Does she have another degree in manufacturing? They go through her profile, they read her profile. Oh, where has she worked in the past in terms of new product design? Or does she have any experience? Does she have any portfolio on her profile, right, about new product design? Let me check her activities. So you see, it probes, help people to what you have actually showcased on your profile as your headline. It helps them to also be more interested in you as a person, right? As opposed to just another person that has another profile on LinkedIn, because there are millions and millions, over 600 million users of LinkedIn. And how you differentiate yourself out of those millions, right, is how you showcase your specialty and also your picture. Okay, so using these keywords, what we call it, right, in recruiting and in talent management is very important. It helps you to identify your expertise. It helps you to focus as well, so you're not everywhere and nowhere. So if it's obvious that you are in mechatronics, yes, we know you're in mechatronics, right? If you're in personal branding, you're in personal branding because you are going to put it there. If you're in the NGO space, you put the NGO space there. So it helps you to also focus. You're not everywhere and then you are nowhere, because when someone looks at your profile and they don't see what they want, right, it becomes very difficult for them to be able to find you. And when it becomes difficult for them to find you, then it becomes difficult for them to work with you as well. So it's just like, okay, what are you doing on LinkedIn anyway? What is it that you are doing on LinkedIn that people would need to find you on? So that needs to be on your headline. Okay, so we're going to go on to showcasing your specialty. So this is an example of Jane students, right? So you can see how she spells this out specifically, as we've said. So you see she has a professional picture. It shows that she went to a studio to take this because of the background. But you know what? We could actually be wrong. She could actually have this fabric at home, dress smartly, tie it up, through the corners of her curtain and take a professional picture. For all we care, nobody really needs to know that you went to Studio 24, right, to take a picture. You went to have your makeup done at House of Tara to showcase your LinkedIn profile. You don't have to, you don't have to spend, if you don't have the can't afford that budget, you don't have to stress yourself to do that. Just use what you have for now, right? Use what you have for now. Make sure that you put your best foot forward. So you can see what we've mentioned in the previous slide. You have to edit this. So if you look at your profile and you say, okay, this is not what I want, then you have to edit it. You have to work on it. You have to save it. You have to make sure that you showcased yourself in the best possible light, and then make sure you also show the university you've gone to as well. It's always really good because it helps other people that have gone to your university to connect with you. So someone says, oh, Fumi has gone to Covenant, so they'll connect with me based on the fact that I'm an alumni, right? And they're also an alumni. So it's just a similar interest, right? That we both went to the same school. So always use that as well on your profile. Next section is for you to customize your URL. I'm not aware if a lot of people know about the vanity URL for LinkedIn, but what it basically means is that you can have your URL, your own, let me just say your own personal website, right? Personal website, but on LinkedIn, people can easily. And the URL, when actually I revamp CVs for clients, I put their URL, their LinkedIn URL on their CV. And I also make sure that their LinkedIn profile has been made over. It's so important, because if you have your URL on your CV and your LinkedIn profile is nothing to write home about, you are indirectly shooting yourself in the foot, right? So I always make sure that they have a very, very, very nice profile where everything that I'm talking about has actually been done for them, right? They paid for that service and that has been carried out. For you to edit your URL, if you go to the right side of your profile, you will see a section where you can edit your profile URL. All you need to do is clean off the numbers that you have after your name and then leave your name. If your name has been taken, your first name and your last name has been taken, all you need to do is you could use a hyphen, or you could use an underscore to differentiate it. Then you click save. That URL you can put on your CV, where when you send your CV globally, locally, when the recruiter clicks on your CV, on your LinkedIn URL, it takes them directly to your LinkedIn profile for them to view your profile, right? And for them to have more proof of trust about what you said you can do. So it's just validating what you've written on your CV, okay? So it's important to customize your URL, because it also makes you findable. If someone is looking for Fumilola Kende, my URL has already been customized, so they could just type Fumilola Kende and it will bring them directly to my profile. It increases your findability as well. The next section is you writing a summary. Not just the summary, a compelling summary, very compelling. By compelling, it means that the person doesn't really need to stress themselves too much to be convinced that you are who you said you are, that you are the value adding magnet that you said you are, that you are the best person for the job, and that they should actually give you a call right now or send you a message to send your CV to them. So if the summary is really just a virtual handshake, you introducing yourself to someone without them having met you before, apart from you having like a face-to-face networking opportunity, is what you probably say to someone them when you met them at the program, or maybe you are meeting them for the first time. Then it helps you to also showcase who you are, right? Showcase who you are, showcase how what they know about you. So when they read your summary, when they now meet you physically, right, it's just them putting a face to what you've said, then them validating everything that you've said on your profile. So they could actually pick out, since the summary is really, it's tricky, because they could actually pick out sentences from your summary when they meet you physically and say, oh, I see that you revamp CVs for professionals. Oh, I see that you help people to land their dream jobs. Or they could use anything in your summary as a conversation starter, right? Which is really nice, right? Because it also gives you an opportunity to even showcase yourself more, and it gives you an opportunity to sell yourself more. So if it's something you've not done before, don't put it on your summary, just like your CV. So don't lie on your LinkedIn profile. Don't make up things to seem as if they aren't, because I see that there's been a lot of conversations about people packaging their LinkedIn profile, making it look nice. But then when you look at their LinkedIn profile and then you meet them and then you are looking for a validation of what they've said they can do or what they've done, you don't get there's no handshake, right? It's more of like, I don't get it, but your profile says this, but here you are right now in front of me saying that. So which should I believe? So it leaves a recruiter, it leaves whoever that is meeting you, even a colleague, it leaves them a bit confused. Okay, it leaves them a bit confused. So, just tell people who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, how they can reach you. Just tell, no selling. You don't need to say, oh, you don't need to say, oh, you don't need to sell, right? Because LinkedIn is very tricky, right? It's very tricky because when you sell too much, you turn people off, right? And this is what they say is called social selling. Social selling, boys, in the terms of you storytelling. So when they say tell, you tell stories, but as you're telling the stories, you're also selling. So it's a different case of come and buy, I'm selling bottles of water, I'm selling bottles of water. But then you tell a story about how you didn't drink water for like 3 hours, and then you didn't know that you had an ailment, and then you passed out, and then you were rushed to the hospital, and then you were taken in, and when they ran tests on you, they found out that you were suffering from dehydration, and then since then you've been having a bottle of water on your table every time. And everybody should definitely drink water. You should drink water, and you have a bottle. You've indirectly sold water. You've indirectly sold water, right, to whoever that you are speaking to whoever audience you are speaking to. So if you are a working professional, you'll be talking from a professional setting. To say you are a meeting and you were presenting and you just passed out, right? You just fell on the floor and you had been dehydrated and you were not aware. But let's say your company sells water, or you sell water as a side hustle, right? Or you have some investments in a company that sells water and you're trying to help them to increase their customer base. So compared to when you say, okay, come and buy water, come and buy water. So, you have to tell to sell, right? Just don't sell, just tell to sell. Okay, I hope we got that correctly. So even as a working professional, as a job seeker, as a working professional, as a career person, as a graduate, NYSC, whatever your case is, whatever level you are, you just tell to sell. So I'm going to give you an example. So there's a short summary that you could say, okay, I'm looking for a job. This is how to contact me. This is a first paragraph. Or I'm a second-year chemical engineering student at Michigan Tech seeking a summer 2016 internship. Please contact me on this email address, okay? Or call me on this number, right? So you could have this as a first paragraph, which is okay, right? If you are someone that is seeking for that kind of opportunity. And then there's a second paragraph where you have to start with the background of why you do what you do, why you are passionate about what you're doing. We're not really saying that I'm passionate about, you get people that when you interview them, they're like, I'm passionate about this, about that. We don't really need to tell us that you're passionate. It's obvious that you're passionate. If you're not passionate, we wouldn't even see that much progress. We wouldn't even see that much results from what you've been doing. If you've been doing something for 2 years, 3 years, if you've been tutoring students for years, if you've been helping NGOs to set up their structure, you've been helping people to land jobs, right? If you've been increasing the customer service improving the customer service of your company, it's obvious that you're passionate about it. So what we always want to look for is an aha moment where we say, okay, great, you're the kind of person that I want to work with. You're the kind of, you have what it takes, right? And it's very, very easy for you to do that. All you also need to do is to follow up with what you are doing, right? Like showing like your passion. You can highlight whereas you've worked, internship, full-time, volunteering, your coursework, the problems that you solved, how you were able to come up solve it, how you're able to work on the team, how you're able to collaborate with others, because there's no essence of you doing something alone. Everybody wants to work with others, increase their teamwork skills. You also understand diversity, diverse ethnic groups, diverse languages. So many things are diverse. So you have to show that on your profile if that is how your experience is. Then the icing on the cake. I'll always say if you're currently working now, and even if you're not working, I'll always advocate for volunteering. And this is because I have so much success story based on my volunteering. In fact, I think I've even toned down my volunteering now. I used to be a crazy volunteer before, right? And it's not because of I didn't tone it down because of any negative reasons. I'm just looking to see how I can integrate it with work and life, right? But prior to now, I've done a lot of volunteering. Even some of them I know that I haven't put on my CV or even on my LinkedIn profile. I have won an award for volunteering. That's how much of a volunteer I am, right? So, from orphanages, from the I would say from the education space to the skills development space to the almost all spaces, to poverty elevation, to putting kids back into school, different NGOs, even Christian volunteering, in terms of volunteering with ministries, volunteering in church as a worker, right? All of these are volunteering experiences. You should definitely have that on your LinkedIn profile. If you don't have volunteering experiences now, it's not too late. There are so many volunteering opportunities you can take take hold of. There are so many websites. There's the UN volunteering, which is online volunteering. We can volunteer online, which I think is pretty cool. You can volunteer in any aspects that you are actually skilled at. There's a site by this lady, Raquel Jacobs Daniels, Zu, Zukari. I can't really remember, but if you Google her name, definitely her profile will come up and that website will come up. They post volunteering opportunities, right? They post volunteering opportunities on that site. So you can sign up for volunteering opportunities. Why I'm really hammering on volunteering opportunities, because it opens doors. It helps you to increase your network, right? It helps you to gain experience for free. Why I say for free is that you don't have to pay, right? And some volunteering opportunities actually, they actually pay you. They pay you. They might not pay you salary, but they pay you a stipend for your transport, for your calls, and like they also give you opportunity to get recommendation and references. So if you are fresh out of school, you didn't have the opportunity to intern in school, you didn't have the opportunity to do a business in school. So you are in NYSC, you are done with NYSC, and they're like, oh, you don't have work experience, go and volunteer, right? And even if you're currently working now and you're looking to switch industries, you're maybe you're in IT and you want to switch to HR, or you're in HR, you want to switch to tech, one of the fastest way for you to do that is to volunteer in the new industry that you want to work in. You're going to gain work experience. One, you're going to get connections. Two, you're going to get referral, right, or references. Three, you're going to gain new skills. Four, right, you're going to get so many other things that I can't even put into words, right, for free. And is more of a cheaper way for you to gain work experience. Some of these opportunities wouldn't come free, right? And when you look at a job that you want to transition or pivot into, and they're like, you have to have 4 years experience, you have to have maybe 1 year experience, it's a bit discouraging because you just want to switch, right? Then apart from you using certification to switch, which can be very expensive, right? I don't think there's any certification that is less than maybe is it $200 or so, depending on what industry. But certifications, associations come at a lot of more at a lot of cost, and if you cannot afford that now, and I always advise, certification doesn't really show that you are the best in what you are going to do, right? You could do a job so great and you wouldn't even need a certification in it. Certification is just a validation for you to be on the global space. So don't prioritize certification against volunteering. Volunteer, gain experience, get a job, then you save up for certification if that's the line you want to go into. So when you get the volunteering experience, make sure that you always add it on your LinkedIn profile. So this is why I really talked about is because I want that to be on your LinkedIn profile as well. And there's a special section on LinkedIn for you to put your volunteering experience. So make sure you try and get some opportunities where you can work for free, because it also shows whichever recruiter that you're working with that you care about something apart from work, work, family and other things. It shows that you have additional interest. Personally, I'm interested in girl education, right? And I'm interested in youth employment, right? These are the spaces that I'm interested in. I'm interested in helping people to if they work in an NGO, if they have an NGO, I'm interested in volunteering to help them to grow their NGO, right? I'm interested in orphanages. I'm interested in helping the less privileged, right? So if there's a space that I see that is close to my heart, I would put in my time, I'll put in my energy, I would volunteer, I would mentor, I would coach, I would train, so a church sent me a message, oh, they want me to come and speak to their members on tech, on how to evolve into tech, because right now tech is hot. Tech has always been hot anyway, but then it's even hotter because every industry now uses tech, right? So how can they position themselves for opportunities in tech? This is for young people, this is for professionals, this is for working professionals. That's something that I would do, right? That's something I'm interested in. You sales hair and sells bags, maybe write books. I'm not interested in that because that's not their line. But because I've built myself and I've also showcased my experience in doing more of career development, in doing more of career coaching, clarity. So you can see that I already have, even in volunteering, I already have experiences in that and I have results and proof for that. So that's why they'll definitely give me a call for that. So it's basically about you positioning yourself, building your brand, what you want to be known as. Okay, so the first, and it's optional, You can list for you to create a list of the keywords relevant to your field of study and industry. So if you're in accounting, to be accounting, bookkeeping, ledger, and if you're in the HR space, you'll be talent recruits and talent recruitment, recruitment and selection, right? Training, coaching, personal development, and all of that. So keyword is so important because it helps you to move up the rank. It's just like the Google search, right? They always say after you've searched page 1 and page 2 of Google search, don't bother going further, right? But I beg to differ, right? I still go further because sometimes I find some really good things on page 3 and page 4, but I'm always after page 1, right? I'm always after page 1 because I know that whatever keyword I put in that search tab, it has really taken the time. The algorithm has taken the time to do all the work out for me to give me the best results. Okay, so always write in first person. Additional tips just as we close shortly. Write in first person. Always apply your keywords. They are very effective. They are so important. Please don't forget your keywords. So you could just Google keywords in accounting. And sometimes, most times, I would say 90% of the time, your skills happen to be your keywords. The skills basically is what you can do in terms of your industry specific skills, right? Industry specific skills. I don't mean the generic skills such as, I don't mean the personal skills such as the communication, teamwork, and all of that. I mean more of like or collaboration. I mean more of like you're in accounting, to be bookkeeping, right? It to be financial planning, right? It to be accounts and ledger, right? And all of that. If it was in social media, it would be content creation, it would be video editing, social media marketing, search engine optimization, Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, right? And all the things you can do, editing, proofreading, content creation, writing. You can see that these are specific to you, storytelling. Okay, so these are the keywords depending on the industry. So them that there's a disparity between the keywords online and what you have. So maybe you are lacking. It's like 50-50. Look at the keywords, look at the skills that you are yet to come up with, and start taking courses on them, start going on trainings on them, start understanding how you can better yourself so you can become more valuable when a recruiter comes out to reach you, or when you have a client that wants to work with you. They'll be asking, oh, have you ever done anything for a training? Now they could come up and say, have you ever done any training in effective communication? Have you trained any team on collaboration and team building? Right? Have you trained any team on personal branding? I've done trainings, I've carried out trainings on these skills. So I would say yes, I have, and it's also on my profile, so they could check it out. Okay. Then again, don't sell. Don't try to sell no, don't do that. Don't be pushy, right? Don't be pushy, don't be aggressive. Just, it's just like you're just chilling. Okay, you are just waiting for that opportunity to come, but then you are positioning yourself. You're not waiting in such a way that you're waiting, oh, this opportunity has to come, or no. But then you are ready for when the opportunity comes, because you already know what the kind of opportunity that you want. You want to work in a multinational, you want to work in an NGO, you want to work maybe state government, you want to work in UN. So you have to go and check on the job platform of UN, the kind of job that you want to work in. You want to work as a program manager, then you should be looking at what skills do they require to work as a program manager in UN, and start building yourself on it. Even if it's an expired job, UN program manager, right? Go and check it online, check the profile, check the job descriptions, check the skills, check the languages that you should know how to learn, and start speaking them. That's how to position yourself, right? It's not that you just see the UN job, you're like, hey God, oh, hey, do this for me, or no. Yes, prayer works. Prayer, definitely, God answers prayers, and miracle happens. But positioning helps to amplify and fasten your prayer. Okay, so you'll be working forward instead of working backwards. So it's so important for you to take note of this tip. Then also add your resume and rich media in your summary section. So if you check the LinkedIn profile, right, because LinkedIn has done so many updates, it's even hard to catch up sometimes. But as you check your LinkedIn profile for like every 6 weeks, they always have something new, which is also exciting as well, because they are looking to see how they can make the platform more easy to use, and also more valuable to use, as for you as a job seeker and for us as recruiters as well. So most people can't really find the time to read everything on your profile. It's almost impossible, right? They might even get lost. They might get distracted. So it's always good to use the summary section. In the summary section, there's an aspect for you to upload your CV, your resume, and also other rich media, such as your portfolio. If you're a creative creative director or a content creator, whatever you've done in the past, your speaking engagements, right? How they can reach you, any publications or articles, your research work. The summary section is a great place for you. Just below the summary section, actually, there's a place where you can upload it, just like a portfolio. It scrolls through. Okay, so please make sure you use it wisely. Use it wisely, focusing on where you want to go. So if you're a writer, then you should have some of your best articles there, and your blog should be there, your website should be there, some of the testimonials from your past clients should be there, because as a writer, you're looking to attract more writing clients. So this is an example of a summary. There are actually two examples I'll be going to, or I would say three, but I'll go through them really fast. Okay. So this is a summary example. It's quite wordy, but you can see that it's 4 paragraphs, just as we mentioned. This is someone talking about, I hope we can all see it. I hope it's not too tiny, because apparently it's about 16.5. So I can see our chat actually, but can we all see the summary examples?
We can see.
Okay,
Do you think
great.
we could use a presentation view? Would that be better?
Okay, let me do that. All right, let me do that. Where? Okay, great. So let me go quickly. Right, so we're here. So this is it. Let's just say this is summary 1. This is sample 1. Okay, this is sample 1 that we're going to be going through. I'm a mechanical engineering student graduating in 2015, looking for a full-time employment. Please contact me on this number. That's how the person has started out. Okay, I'll be giving you the pros and cons of each summary example as I go through it. A farm girl becomes an engineer. I grew up on a 120-acre fruit and vegetable farm in Grand Rapids, MI, and I'm no stranger to hard work. I worked long hours operating machinery to plant, harvest, sort, and produce equipment, and have to reach. As we go through this, we can see that
Okay, Fumi, your I don't know if you're muted, but suddenly we couldn't hear you anymore. Are you muted by any chance? Or we suddenly couldn't hear you anymore. No, she appears unmuted from here. but for some reason we can't hear her voice. I don't know if it's your audio settings by any chance. Could it be audio settings? Because we see you're unmuted.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, my audio went off. Okay, I'm back now. Okay, so I was talking about what this young lady has put here. This is a nice summary, but it can be better, and I'll tell you why. If you've been able to go through the summary that I put here while I went off, it talks about what she's looking for, how you can contact her, her experience of how she was able to transition, where she has worked, and basically what she's doing now. Fantastic. But what I would have advised, right, is for her to end with how to reach her and how to contact her. I wouldn't advise for you to put your phone number on LinkedIn. It's social media. Okay, you have to be really careful. So many funny things are going on right now. Apparently I was told that people could change people's phone numbers on their mobile, so many funny stories. Just be safe. Don't put your phone number. Whichever recruiter that needs to reach you would ask for your phone number via your direct message, or we ask you to send your CV where of course your phone number will be on. Okay, don't advertise your phone number, especially if it's a phone number connected to your banking app, right? If it's connected to your bank, it's connected to whatever is your phone now. Should have to request for it personally. Okay, so just put your email address. Emails are easier to track anyway, and they could call you, you could miss the call, right? So to avoid any funny or fishy business, don't put your phone number, put your email address. Okay, let's go on to the next summary. So this is also another summary profile. You can see this is not as worded as the farm turned engineer, but it also showcases in terms of achievements. I graduated from Michigan Tech in with a BSc in electrical engineering. I've done that. In 2013, this was what I did. In 2014, this was what I did. In my senior year at Michigan Tech, this was what I did. You can see this is more pam, apps, just short, where you can see, okay, this is where this guy has worked, this is what he has done, this is what he can bring to the table. Okay, so this is also another example, but this has taken the time to list the strengths, to say these are my strengths, these are my areas of expertise, these are where I'm good at. Hands-on work in engines, strong communication skills, customer relations, ability to work in extreme environments. These are the software designs that I'm skilled in. And I also mentioned that I'm a career ambassador of Michigan Tech Career Services. So you can see this is more detailed, but this is also very obvious to show you, okay, these are different people with different things that they are looking out for, with different experiences and different level of experience in terms of work and professional setting. So for you now, if you're a working professional, as I said, eventually in the last slide, this first sentence should be the last. Okay, I see a lot of people putting this first. Make it last, just at the end of strengths. This is how you can reach me. This is how you can contact me. Or these are the kind of opportunities that I'm looking out for. Right? These are the kind of opportunities that I'm looking out for. Sorry, let me just switch back there.
Temitope, please mute your mic. Temitope, please mute your mic.
These are the opportunities that I'm looking out for. So you should always start with that aspect as well. It's important. And with that, and with how they can contact you. you can list your strengths as well. And you can also make this apt as well if you want to. More of your experience, if you have worked, will be more of your experience will be focused on you talking about your achievements in your past experience, in your past work, or even in your current work. So of course, you won't be saying more of how you've done this, how you've done that. But if this is the level you are in right now, that's fine. I just try to see how I can cover both people that have finished school, that are in school, and then people that have also graduated as well. So no one feels, left out. Then for your experiences, you have to make sure that you put your experience relevant first, because we have a lot of experiences that might not be relevant to the kind of opportunities that we're looking out for. Make sure you mention the name of the company where you've worked or where you're working. If you're in uni, put the school, or if it's a company you worked in or started when you were in school, you can also put that there as well, because right now a lot of companies are also looking at people that have entrepreneurial skills, right? They want you to be able to see you. They want to be thinking in terms of how you can bring in more money, how you can reduce the expenses. So it's not just for you to come and they give you a nice title and then you come to work every day. They're asking them of salary. How does it equate to any kind of value in the company? Are you reducing the cost in the company, right? Or are you increasing the sales? So you have to find out how you can, or are you building projects, creating projects that can increase or reduce, right? So you need to make sure you sit down and ask yourself how your role in the past has done any of those two, or how your current job does any of these two. Or are you bringing in more money, telling them, oh, instead of coming to work every day for 5 days, we can work from home for 2 days or 3 days, thereby we reduce having to run the gen, we spend maybe 150,000 every week on running gen, on this, on that. We spend a 100K on internet. You have to think about how you can increase the numbers, or how you can reduce the numbers that add up to the cost in the company. This is what CEOs, this is what company founders, this is what they will look out for when they want to recruit in their company. And apparently a lot of company owners recruit on their own. They don't use some of them don't use agencies, they don't use recruiters. Some still would say you should come into their company. They will tell their HR managers to recruit you. They will put you in their conference room. They'll give you a presentation. The MD will sit there, the head of the unit will sit there, maybe a middle level staff will sit there, someone that probably knows more of your job. So they're looking at how they can also reduce the recruiting costs as well, because for them to come to careers before me and say, okay, recruit for us, there's a cost that is associated with it. So they do it themselves. They find time in their schedule to do it themselves. So it's cheaper for them, and then they know who they are bringing in, right? But they focus more on the cost and more on getting the best, right? Sometimes they might not get the best, but then they know that, oh, they didn't have to put out a sum of amounts to a recruiting agency. So they do more of the finding on them of talent themselves on LinkedIn. They do more of the finding of talents themselves on LinkedIn. So they will connect with you when they see your activity, right, on LinkedIn, when they see the keyword that is a skill, right, of that they're practically looking for, or you have the kind of experience. So if the experience is not on your CV, on your profile rather, but it's on your CV, they can't find you, right? So literally it's not like you copy your CV, but you sort of summarize your CV and story tell your CV into your LinkedIn profile. So by the time you send your CV, it's just a more detailed document of and a validation of what you have already put on your LinkedIn profile. So you need to make sure you highlight your experiences that relate to the industry needs first as well. What are they looking for when they come on your LinkedIn profile? They're not looking for someone that can that has, some people are not even looking for those that have degrees. They're just looking for someone that has experience, people that can do what they want them to do, or people that have done what they want them to do. They're looking for someone that has done something that they're looking to do, right? Or someone that can build up on what they've achieved. So they're looking for proof. They're looking for results. So speak about your results. Don't be shy. I see a lot of people, they are shy, or they feel old. They don't want to blow their trumpets. Please blow it. If you don't blow it, nobody else will blow it for you. Okay, you have to learn how to blow it professionally, and then story tell while blowing it. Okay, so don't feel like, oh, this person has gotten 3 degrees, this person has gotten 2 degrees, this person got a scholarship into this, and you feel like, oh, you're not good enough. No, you are already good enough. You are already a bag of chips and more, as I would always say. You're already fabulous, awesome. You have all the skills and the talents and the abilities already. If you feel you don't, then build up on it. But you have a level. You even if you're on like 40%, right? Build up to 60, build up to 70, and then showcase it. Showcase it so everybody can see what you're doing. Showcase it so whoever that you want to be visible to can find you. Make it easy for them to find you. Okay, don't hide your light, right? You are not created to be hidden. Okay, so you can also um add your technical reports, posters, videos. That's what they mean by rich media. Anything that showcases that you've done this work before, this is the work that you're doing. Anything that will project you in the best possible light is so important. And make sure it's relevant, right? Don't, if you are going into tech, don't showcase NGO, because everybody will start seeing you in NGO, in the NGO lights. They'll be calling you for NGO projects. They'll be calling you for NGO opportunities. And you might not be happy. You'll be like, okay, you don't want to do NGO, but you have an NGO profile. So what do you expect? Of course, it's NGO that you're going to call, because you can only attract what you showcase. Okay, then for your experience, for your education, make sure you put your education, the school you've gone to, your degree, your year, your field of study, the class, any other curriculum, leadership activities. Were you head of a student union, right? Did you start a project? Did you run a campaign? Describe, you can include your GPA, you can include your industry, your coursework, anything really that would help you to boost your profile up that you've done. Okay, then the rest, of course, this comes after the most important. They're also really important. Please don't get me wrong, they're also really important. But this category basically is referred to as the rest, because it includes like your volunteering opportunities, which I have really spoken a lot on. It includes your organizations where you like, I'm a member of WINSBs, I'm a member of WINSCA, I'm a member of Land Coaching Academy. Everything is on my LinkedIn profile. Or I have an award, I've been awarded this, I've been awarded that, is on my LinkedIn profile. If I have any publications, articles, it's probably going to be on my LinkedIn profile. If I've gotten any patents for any ideas, it's going to be on my LinkedIn profile. So that should be the case for you as well, because this is just to boost your profile up. This is to increase your visibility as well, because you're already a talent. But then if you're a talent and no one knows about you, then it could be really quite painful. You see, even in our church, you see a lot of people that can sing, but people don't know about them, right? They can sing for Africa. Once they start like this, you are just like, oh my God, this voice is so heavenly. But nobody knows about them. And it's not like they haven't showcased themselves, but then they might not be intentional about their visibility. They might maybe have a demanding job. They might think maybe this singing thing can come later. It's just for the church. They could have restricted this to just church. They might not know that they could go for, singing competitions. They could go for other opportunities that can showcase them, right? They don't know that they can actually start their career as a singer, or that may not even be on their radar as well. What am I trying to say? What people don't know about, and what they don't know about, they don't buy, right? And what they don't buy, gets forgotten about. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are telling your story, making sure that everything that you've done or what you are doing or what you want to do, right, is visible to the people around you, most especially to the recruiters, most especially to the HR. You've gone for an event, showcase it, right? You've written a book, showcase it. Don't feel shy. Don't feel, I only wrote, the book is only 16 pages. It's only 16 pages, but some people don't even have books. They've never written a book before, but you've taken the time. It shows that you are focused. It shows that there's so many abilities in you. So if you've written a book, that means you writing a blog, a 1,500 article, or 150 word article, whatever number, it wouldn't be a big deal. People write their way to success. So why can't you? Okay, so and if you can do that, or you've done that in the past, or you're thinking about doing it, just do it. And when you do it, let us know. Share it with me. Let me know. I'll put it on my profile, right? So make sure that everything that I mentioned here would be a waste if you don't execute. So make sure you execute. By executing, I mean you go to your profile tonight. Don't leave it till tomorrow. Don't say when I come back from church. Do it tonight, little by little, little by little, little by little. By next week, you will almost be done. Every aspect of your profile where you know there's one comma there. Make sure you work on it, edit it, ask for people to recommend you, right? Showcase what you've done, showcase every idea, everything that you know is in relation to what you want to do in the future or what you are doing. But I don't feel that, oh, because you didn't get first class, so you shouldn't put it on your profile. Put it there. Right, it's not about the class you graduate with. At this level, I think you should know that it's not about the class you graduate with, because even people that didn't even go to uni, right, are still doing amazing things. Okay, so it's not about the class you've gone to or about the degree that you have, but it's about what you can showcase, the talents that you have, the skills that you've developed, the experiences that you've developed, all of the opportunities that you've harnessed. And when people when there are opportunities that are being showcased, I've noticed usually that there's always a section for your LinkedIn profile URL. So make sure that your profile is really on point. There was the South African Women in Leadership Award that was on for like 2-3 days, right, where we're to recommend vote for women doing amazing things in Africa, right? Some of the women were Mrs. Tara Toye, Mrs. Udo Konjo, and so many of them, Mrs. Uche Pedro. And I saw that for their picture, after their picture, right, they had their LinkedIn profile icon, where when I clicked on it, it took me directly to their LinkedIn profile. So you can see that LinkedIn is more than you just getting a job. Is global. For you to even apply for visas, for you to apply for scholarships, you would see on the application online, there's a section for your social media links, because of the social proof. They want to see what you do. They want to see who you are, right? They want to be able to know who is coming to their school, who is coming to their country, right? So it's better for you to say, I don't ever have a profile, than for you to have a profile, than the profile is now yege, and they are wondering like, who is this? What's all this? Make sure you have a profile that really speaks for you when you're not there, right? I've been able to get so many opportunities from LinkedIn, right? Without me having to, send messages and say, okay, I'm pitching for this. Sometimes you don't even need to pitch. Once their profile shows up and the keywords are in line and they search you out and you are what they want, they'll reach out to you, right? They'll reach out to you. So I think I'm done for today. Remember your profile priorities, the top four, which is your profile should have your picture and your professional picture and your specialties. Your summary should talk about yourself, what you do, why you do what you do. Tell them their aha moments. You can describe your accomplishments that you're most proud of, right? Tell them how they can reach you at the end. My number is my email is this, reach me by my email or send me a direct message. Make sure you also put some, proofs, links to your websites, to your blog, articles that you've written. If you don't have any of all these things, start working on them. Everybody should have a proof, your social proof, because you are a brand. Don't wait until you work in a multinational before you start seeing yourself as a brand. You are a brand. You are selling yourself indirectly or directly. People would think about one or two things when they call your name or when they hear your name. Your name is associated with one or two, whether you like it or not. So what I would say is you should now intentionally build the brand, and create content in alignment with how you want to see yourself next 5 years, next 10 years. Yes, the future of work has already taken space, and it's so easy for you to include tech in whatever you do. There's tech in medicine, there's tech in data, there's tech in HR, there's tech in nursing, there's tech in IT, there's tech in everything now. There's tech in education, there's tech in politics. So you looking at how you can also use tech, and tech doesn't mean you coding. No, it could be anything. It could be you learning new tools. It's not about coding. I used to code before, right? So I understand when I tell people that I used to be a programmer, I used to be a website designer. So I understand that mindset. People still think, oh, because I studied computer science, I'm just purely a coder. No, I don't code. I've not coded in over how many years. I don't even remember majority of. If I have to go back to start coding now, it's going to be a lot of work, right? But I understand coding. I understand the language. I understand how it works. I manage teams that code. So it's not a big deal for me, but it's not about you coding. It's not about you programming. If that's what you love to do, please go for it. It could be about you just creating, you can even write on tech. It can be a tech writer. It could be someone that reviews tech products, tech services, right? And that's how you build your profile. That's how you build your brand. But make sure you sit down and think about, who do I want to be? What do I want to be known for? How do I want to show up in the world? What value do I want to bring to the table? Okay. And it's step by step, step by step. Okay. And your experience, make sure you make it functional. Yes, please, if you have any questions, please do ask now, because I'm just rounding up now. Okay. So I don't know if there are any questions. Just want to say thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for your time, everything, and for making sure that you show up today. Thank you for your patience as well.
All right,
I heard
Fumi, thank
you.
you. Oh,
You're
go ahead.
welcome.
Please go ahead.
Okay, I
You're
heard
about to
you
say something. Go
laughing.
ahead. Yeah,
Yes,
when
I
you
heard you
said
laughing.
that tech means that you have to be, some of us, I used to be quite afraid of tech, anything techy. I used to be a technophile. Though I believed in
Oh,
using technology to solve problems, but I
yeah.
just used to associate that tech word with, like you said, coding or all those
Mm,
really high profile tech thingies. But now I know that it's about how you can use technology to solve problems. Even
yes.
WhatsApp is a technological solution to
Yes.
a
Yes.
problem. So
Yes.
I'm less
Amazing.
afraid of it now. And me too,
Awesome.
I'm doing one or two things. But don't let me take let me hear if you guys have any question, please ask. I have to say thank you so much to Fumi.
Thank you too.
I've really taken away one or two things from this session today. When you talked about telling, not selling, a lot of us
Mhm.
fall into the trap of writing all our. I know how to, HR people. I know how to do reward management. I know how to do L&D. I know how to do and all that kind of stuff, which isn't bad in itself. But what
Yeah.
people want to do is connect with your reason for doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you can tell that as a story while imputing those areas of expertise as well. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take a look at my profile again. And of course, you did say keep reviewing. Don't always feel like you've
Yes.
got it handled. I have all an all-star status in my profile, but I
Yay.
just know that means that I filled a lot of fields. Doesn't necessarily mean that the content. So I have to continue reviewing the content. I think
Feeling.
there's a
Yeah.
question here. Let me just read it. So Onyi is asking, how do we address those looking for job opportunities via LinkedIn? What's the best way to indicate a job search in the most professional way? Kindly shed more light on this. Thank you. So we'll be
Okay.
running over in a few minutes, but let's answer this question. Thank you for me.
Okay. Okay. No problem. All right. Okay. Yeah. So you're looking for a job on LinkedIn. Well, let me do it this way. Do's and don'ts. Don't use that open to work profile.
God bless your soul. Sincerely, I do not like that thing for anything. I try not to make my what's it called, my opinion on this known too so vocally, but every time I see it, I just say that it is just devaluing the person's brand. That's my personal opinion about it.
Yes, and it's doing the opposite of what you want it to do.
Exactly. I mean,
It's
during the
chasing
COVID
recruiters
period,
away.
I can imagine, it's like, okay, we appreciate a lot of people went out of work during COVID, but I mean, things are kind of
Yeah.
stabilizing now. Please do away with that
Yes.
open to work thing, please. I beg.
Yes, don't do that. Don't use it. It doesn't speak well, right? If you're open to work, there are ways you can even put that you're open to work without people having to see it, that green thing that you put. Put a nice photo, right? Let them be wondering, are you open to work? Let them send you a message. Then you now check them out as a job seeker to say, okay, is this the kind of company I want to work in? And all
Mm,
because to be honest, as a job seeker, as a professional, even as a career changer, you also have choices, right? You have options. You can say no to a company. If it doesn't align with your vision, it doesn't align with your plans. They say, okay, okay, this job, they're going to pay you 1.5 every month. Go to Adamawa. Adamawa, is that what you want? Hey, so look at what is in alignment with where you are going, where you want to achieve, what you want to achieve. If that's your plan, fine, go for it. But you also have that you have the option to also check the company out. Okay, you can't send me a company that, okay, company, like a client. I will ask who is the client. If you don't answer me, I won't answer you anymore. I cannot work with a ghost company. Even if you're a recruiter, how much do you want to pay me that I don't know about, that someone has not earned or someone is not earning more? It's not that bad now. Do you get? So I would say don't use that open to work profile. Then don't use, I don't want to see I need a job. I don't want to see that line. If I see that line, I'll just block you, right? I hate it. I need a job. Do you need, are you sure you need a job? Then, okay, fine, you need a job. Okay, what kind of job? What can you do? Tell me how you can do. There are so many people that have come to me through LinkedIn and they volunteered with me. And the thing with me, once you volunteer with me under 3 months, you must get a job. It's not, in fact, you will even run away self. In fact, all my assistants now, I don't even have anyone. As under 2 months, they will say, "Ah, for me, I've got another opportunity." I will say, okay, bye-bye, I'm happy. That's my dream. That's my goal. Because majority of even the people, the assistants that work with me, they are not, that's not their career path. Personal assistance is not a career path, please. It's
a
not
good
a
way to
long-lasting
start.
career path. It's a
A
good way
good
to
place
start.
to get skills, but it's
Yes, to
not,
get skills.
it's
Yes.
not something
So
I feel. I get where you're
no,
coming from.
you can't build a career in that.
Oh,
Even executive SSA, special advisors, if you go and check they were never PAs. And even if they're PAs, they're PAs to very powerful and high class people. Do you get? So they had built a network, had built their connection. And if that's what you want to do, start on the right path.
yeah.
Right? But when you are reaching out to a recruiter, so if you want to send me a job, I would like you to introduce yourself, tell me about what I do, show some interest in what I do. I've read your article, I've read a book that you wrote, or I've read your kidney, and okay, you are warming into me. I'm getting to know you. It's a conversation starter. Then tell me what you can do. Oh, I create blogs, I create YouTube videos. If you need anybody to help you with your YouTube videos, to edit this, to edit that, you need someone to edit your articles. I see you've not posted articles in like 4 months, which I haven't really. That thing is work and all of that. So I like, and before you know it, when you're doing that work, there's no how I would say you should be working for me. I shouldn't pay you. At least I'll pay for your internet. I'll pay for you to come to the office. I'll
Sure.
pay you at least minimum stipend. Even me, I'll feel guilty that I'm using you. Even if you are the one using me, sure, that's how it works. Because if someone calls me and says, do you have anybody that does, who does your graphics? I will recommend you and they will pay you. Right. And I won't tell them that you do it for me for free. I'll say, I have a guy, I have a girl. So you're already enjoying my network. You're already enjoying my connection. If there's any job I sent to you. There's someone that volunteered with me in 2019 at our first employability workshop at American Corner Yaba. He just sent me a message like 2 weeks ago that that he wants to help me manage my social media and all of that. I'm like, thank God, this answer to my prayer because social media, I'm even tired. Lo and behold, he was just telling me, okay, he does digital, that I should send my social. I sent me some set of questions that I should answer. 2 weeks, I'm still on those questions. I've not answered them. I should have sent him a few, what I could manage. Then I saw one job by Vantage Consulting. You're looking for digital that. I just sent it to him. Then out of the blue, he just sent me a message. Thank you for the job, that he has been employed. He starts on Thursday.
Wow.
How? Do you know,
Yeah.
the thing is that opportunity can come from anywhere. And the thing is that you are only as strong as your network. You're only as strong as your network, and you only get as much opportunities as you get as strong as your network gets stronger, you get more opportunities. As your network stronger, get more opportunities. So I would say build your network. Offer value when doing that. Build your network. By the time you build your network, they'll start seeing you in the light of the value you can add. They'll start saying, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? Can you do that? Then join mentoring groups. I joined WinSky. Right now I'm on a project with my mentor, with Lagos State government. I don't know how I would have ever gotten to work with Lagos State government. Do you get?
I think I'll look into that WinSky as well myself.
WinSky is really good. I just finished my WinBees now. I just graduated like when did the graduation? Friday. I think it was Friday or so, or Thursday. Thank you, but I wasn't even in the graduation. But join network. They come at a cost, right? You save up for it. But then read their value, read their mission, read why, have a goal. I have a goal. What do I want to gain? What do I want to gain with a mentor? What are they going to help me work on? But what kind of mentor do I need? What's my goal within this 6 months, within this 1 year? What do I want to achieve? Is it just network building?
Yeah, being intentional, very important.
Be
I
very
thought
intentional.
Temitope's hand up, but I think this has to be the last question. Temitope, did you have your hand up?
Okay.
Okay, maybe it was. All right. So on that note, you
I
did.
had
Okay.
my hand up.
Okay. Can you quickly ask your question?
My question is, how do you actually approach networks that come to you to ask, how can I help you? Because I've actually had such opportunity that one of my network just approached me via a direct message and asked, how can I help you? So at first I was like, I don't know what to say, because I actually did not ask anything from him or even send any message. He just asked how he could help. And I just told him that I was into fashion designing, that at present that's what I do, that I do research. I am a data analytic enthusiast, but I am open to offers in human resources. So how do we actually approach such opportunities, ma'am?
Okay. That's a really good one. So the person has probably seen your post. Do you post regularly?
I
If you
do,
okay,
ma'am.
fine. So the person has probably seen your post, has seen your activity, has seen your energy, and is looking for how they can tap into that energy. They're asking, okay, how can they help you? Either how can they contribute either to your business or contribute to your career? So what you would have done is to go on their profile, right? To check what they can do, to check what they are doing. Do you understand? So if I should reach out to you, if I should reach out to a job seeker and say, how can I help you? What the job seeker needs to do is go to my profile and see, who am I? What can I do? How can this person help me? Oh, she's a career coach. She can help me with my LinkedIn. She can help me with my CV. She can help me with my interview. She can help me to land a job. She can connect me to this person. She can help me to review my CV. She can review my cover letter. She can coach me. She can send me on a training. I can volunteer with her. Oh, you know. So it's up to you to look at where does the handshake meet. So what you would have done is to go on their profile and see, okay, where have they worked? What can they do? Who can they connect you with? Are they married? Maybe you can find out. So if you make fashion, do fashion design, you probably make clothes. So don't say I do fashion design. Please make it more. Talk about the problem you solve. You help people look more beautiful. You create amazing clothes to fit ladies' body type, to make them. So maybe you have a niche. You focus on pregnant women. So you help pregnant women look beautiful during their 9 months of delivery. You need to know how to. Everybody can say I'm a fashion designer. So if you go to somewhere else and there are other fashion designers, you say, oh, I make beautiful clothes. Okay, so let's say I sell hair. I sell hair. No, I help people. I help women, young women. I help women within the ages of 25 to 35, gain more confidence through wearing beautiful hair. Let's say I do makeup, right? I do makeup and makeup artists. No, I help women build their confidence. I increase their confidence, right? Through variety of quality. There's always a way to make what you do more attractive to your target audience. So even if they're not your target audience, oh, okay, maybe I can make a dress for my sister, I can make a dress for my mom, and all of that, if that's what he could do for you. So when you mention data analysis or data analytics, is he working in a company that where maybe you can land a job, or he can mentor you, or is he a business owner with a lot of with structure and systems where you can volunteer, or he can mentor you to create structure and systems for your own business? Do you understand? Because open to opportunities could be anything. You need to be specific. What kind of opportunities? Is it bale bale? Is it bale bale opportunities? Or what is it? What exactly opportunities are you looking at? Are you looking at cleaning opportunities, sweeping opportunities, driving opportunities? Do you want to drive Uber? Do you want to start making hair? Right? So you need to be intentional. You need to, tell people what you want. And if you don't know what you want yet, it's fine. Go and sit down and ask yourself what you want.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you
Ask
so much,
yourself what you
Fumi.
want and document it.
That's
Okay.
a beautiful way of answering that question. I think we'll have to close
Thank
now
you, ma.
because we've had a wonderful time, and I think we've derived a lot of value from this session. I want to say thank you so much again to Fumi. We had a little bit of drama, and I am so grateful that she was able to carve the time out for us today, because she had a commitment and then she made sure that she made good on her promise. So thank you so much, Fumi. We are truly grateful.
Thank you too.
Well,
thank you,
so
everyone.
on that note, guys, this is the end of the session. Thank you so much for joining. We continue on the network with our bootcamp. We're almost done now. For those of you who are not part of the C3 network, whenever we're having our monthly sessions, we'll be sure to let you guys know so you can benefit from this valuable content. Fumi, thank you so much. God bless you. You can
Thank
connect
you
with Fumi on
too.
her social media, as you can see there. She posts a lot of sound and useful content to help us develop our career. Me, I follow her, and I even put notification on my phone. So whenever she posts something new, I go to see what it is. She also has a
Thank you.
YouTube channel now. You can go and subscribe so you can hear more of this important information to help you build your
Thank you so
personal
much.
brand. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. As your host, I will be here to usher all my guests out before I close the meeting room. Enjoy the rest
All
of your
right.
weekend.
I would. You too. Bye bye.